so I'm going to be just covering this panel today. I'm using this paint that I already had it, but I love this color. It's called Touch of Sass. Isn't that perfect? I have it on my painting board over there, and I thought it would look nice to kind of have the reference over here. So this is just the board. Like, I have a nice table here, but I keep this board and then I put my palette and everything on top of it just to kind of minimize a bit of the mess. And put a bunch on and paint it up, and I think it'll look pretty. I think it'll be nice to reference it back with. Doesn't really have to be perfect. I just thought it would look nice under my palette, because I always have like this gray palette, and this gray was my mentor from when I was younger, who I had art classes with. She gave me that palette, or I bought it off her rather. I can't remember who made it. Someone she knew had like cut it out physically, because it's like in the shape of a thing, like a traditional artist palette. And so they like jigsawed it out, I guess, and rounded all the edges, and then she would collect all the turpentine from the lessons and she would put it into a jar and let them sit, and the sediment would all kind of turn into this middle gray. And so this middle gray is, if you have that on your palette, it really helps you to figure out the values. So the middle gray on the background of the palette is something that I've always been used to ever since she taught me that. And so you know that if it's darker than the middle gray, then you're on the darker half of the scale, and if it's lighter, you're obviously on the lighter half of the scale. So it can be really helpful. I am getting a new palette soon. I'm getting one of the Stay Wet ones. Star Wet, I think you say, actually. I don't even know. Anyway, it looks really good because it's basically just like a big Tupperware container, and you can leave your paints to stay wet so you can use them over multiple painting sessions. So I'm really hoping that will be good for me, even if I'm not sure how I'm going to use it yet, whether I use the paint on the gray and then just transfer the big amounts of color that I have left over, but it would be nice to be able to leave the mixed colors as well, so I might just transfer to using it all together. But I haven't looked at it yet, but I might be able to stain it the same gray as well, because I do find it really helpful having the gray as the background. If you've ever tried that, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Let me know. Alright, that one's done. I think I'm going to do this one too, because I think it would be nice to have that behind my canvases. So yeah, put that away for the minute. It's a bit bigger. We're gonna collect this in the process. She's got some stuff on it from being behind while I've been painting, which is fine. That'll end up happening again, but I can always paint over it again. I guess I've got the paint. I've got quite a bit of this paint, Touch of Sass paint. Hilarious. It's so funny because I was like never a pink girl ever before, and like recently I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gravitating to pink. Why do I need pink everywhere? Like, I guess I didn't even realize this color was pink when I picked it, but I actually really love it. It's like dusty and dark and pretty. So it'd be pretty in some of my sunset paintings, sunrise paintings. I've also been keenly watching the sunrises with my kids, because we had a time change, but the sun was rising at like 8:30 last couple of weeks, and that's late for us. We're usually up very early. So we've been able to catch like every single sunrise for the last month, basically. And I've been really paying attention to them and really finding gratitude in them and finding awe, and teaching my kids to like spot the beautiful things in life, and being really cool. And then I've been capturing some photos with my camera and taking some little videos of the inspiration so that they can serve as a bit of inspiration for my backgrounds of my paintings, because that is something that I'm striving to do in these paintings. Some of them I won't be trying to capture a sunrise or a sunset, but some of them I really will be. These ones that are here, like these are more sunrise, sunset-esque, and I still have a little bit of work to do on them, but they're definitely embodying the colors of the sunrises that I've been watching, so I know that it is impacting me and having an effect on me. Whether I control it or not, it's not really about me, it's about my intuition and what comes out through me, and my creativity is taking me in directions that I never would have guessed if I was using my conscious brain to find these ways of doing things and the things I wanted to paint and how I wanted to paint them, because I've been doing things so differently than I've ever done in my studio practice before. And I am really enjoying it, like so much more. Honestly, I always love painting, but it's just such a different process now when I'm painting this way, in this expressive manner, and like really understanding the healing nature of painting and art and creativity, and how connection is found in this creativity. Like truly, art is the one thing that we're never going to lose, because yes, AI can create art, AI can create everything, but it can't create emotion. It can't create the personal depth, and it can't create the like blood, sweat, and tears that we put into our artwork as artists. That is something that will never be replaceable by AI, because it's all from the human experience. So art is one thing that we really have to cherish and look after and appreciate the gifts it gives us, and it gives for others, the viewers who are viewing our work and enjoying them too. I wonder if I want to use this color in my in these paintings. I might just a little fly in here. I might find it quite, you know what, I'm going to do it right now. Let's do it. Not quite the color I wanted, actually, but we're just going to throw it on here while we got the paint on the brush, because it's such a pretty color. I need to cover this because I don't like this greeny color that's coming through there. So not my thing I'm going for. Okay, let's try that. I need the spray bottle. Spray bottle over here. Oh my gosh, come on. It's so different painting on a canvas without the backboard on. I don't know why it's throwing me so much. Oh my gosh, this is really sticking in there. Quite what I wanted. Okay. Soften the edges up a bunch because there's so many hard edges being formed. I'm just like rubbing the brush into it so that it softens it. And then spraying a whole bunch of water on to help. Ready. Water and see if I can get it a bit down here. Oh yeah. Just don't want these hard edges anywhere. I want it to be really fluid and liquidy. Alright. That looks way better already. Here too, I think. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. So I hope you enjoyed this little chat while I painted my panels. I'm all done now, so I'm gonna let them dry and I'm gonna go wash this brush out, and I will talk to you next time.